Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. So, I just found out from last night I was watching a bunch of stuff before I went to bed. This is before I went to bed, okay? Mind you. I I just got done watching one of the new David Spade movies, The Wrong Missy, and I wanted to look on YouTube and see what was going on. And then I see one of these other YouTubers reacting to Robert Patterson or Patterson or whatever you want to call him. Pat or whatever. So I was watching a reaction video, right, to someone reading off his GQ interview, and he read the interview and whatnot, and then I went to John Campea. I watched the John Campea show about Robert Pattinson not doing the workout, or not doing the Batman workout stuff, work stuff, or whatever you want to call it. And then I went on Comic Book Cast, and yeah. And then today I watched Grace Randolph. All good YouTubers, by the way. So Grace Randolph said, well, she was right, which she kind of was. Robert Pattinson was not going to bulk up or not be as bulked up as previous Batman actors. Now, okay. So, I don't know how good he's going to do as Batman. I'm still a little skeptical about how he's going to portray Batman and how good is his Batman going to be. But when my biggest problem is when you put someone who never played Batman in your mouth to make your case sound better. That's where I lose the respect I have. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have nothing wrong with Robert Pattinson's acting. I'm not saying I have a problem with his acting whatsoever. But the times were different. This is the golden age. We are literally living in the golden age of comic book movies. We do not need we as fans to whatever comic book adaptation comes out at that particular moment and time. We do not want you to sit on your ass, probably eating bonbons, doing absolutely nothing, not doing your workout because you just don't feel like it. What? If I was given the opportunity to play Batman during this time, I would work my ass off and give my 100%, 150, no, let me rephrase that. I would give my 150% and then some. Because the fans are more important. When you have a role, when you have the opportunity to play a huge comic book role, the fans come before your ego. The fans are more important than you watching you probably watching old Batman movies, old Batman footage, old Batman documentaries about different ways to play Batman. Now, I have nothing wrong with that. I have nothing wrong with that. Like, yeah, do some research, right? Do as much research as you physically can. But also, do what you can, as much as you can, to be the best Batman you can possibly be. I'm not saying don't be. John Campia never said he wanted Robert Pattinson to be as jacked up as Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson or Hugh Jackman, but they understood. The fans, us fans have our own visual opinions on what a true comic book adaptation comic book character looks like, feels like, talks like. But here's my thing. When I hopefully someday soon, when I do start making movies and TV shows, my biggest mindset will be the character, think like the character, act like the character, feel the character. That's how it should be. You know? If you get a role as big as freaking Batman, you gotta embrace the character. Think like he would. Fight like he would. Probably have sex like he would. I don't know how he would do that, or how you would do that, but the character is more important to the fans, and the fans should be honored and respected than you just probably sitting on your ass eating bonbons, watching frickin' old documentaries about certain people playing Batman. Heck, I'm a huge Michael Keaton Batman fan. I love Kevin Conroy. Kevin Porter, who plays Batman from when he works with Aaron from Bat in the Sun. Those are good Batmans. They put in the work. They put in 150% of the work and then some. But yet they love what they do. They love being freaking nerds, okay? They love being freaking geeks and freaks and everything else. Sugar and spice. Campy, non-campy, dark, edgy, cringy. Who freaking cares? But what I want out of Robert Pattinson is to see a pretty good, not a pretty good Batman. I want a Batman who can probably top Adam West, Michael Keaton, frickin' Christian Bale, Batfleck. Because, one, if you don't remember, if you guys forget or have forgotten, Batfleck, Ben Affleck quit on Batman because he was stressed about, he was doing so many things. He was working on Justice League. He was directing and producing. He was directing, producing, and starring in the solo Batman movie, which we haven't had since, I want to say, the last Dark Knight trilogy. Yes, Batman v Superman was kind of a solo Batman movie, but it wasn't because it was like a crossover movie. So, yeah. And that was kind of part 4 to the Dark Knight trilogy, or the closest thing we've had to a Dark Knight trilogy sequel type of thing, because it kind of followed the events, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense, but hey. Now, I don't know if he's working out here and there, but if it was me, I would definitely work out much more. Do yoga, meditate, do all these like things to help my flexibility, to help me put on the muscle mass and whatnot. If I was in Robert Pattinson's shoes, I would probably do the same thing, but also I would probably put in 150, if not 250%, and then some of the work, the effort, the time, the dedication to understand Batman. I would, if I was given the opportunity to play Batman, I would read every single Batman comic. It may take me some time, but I would literally if I was given the opportunity to play Batman, I would read all the Batman comics. I would watch all the Batman movies. I would watch all the Batman documentaries. I would work out. I would train. I would even freaking do karate. I would literally do some freaking yoga. I would do yoga to maintain the illusion of flexibility, to be that badass ninja that Batman is. Now given that little outrage, when it comes to comic book movies, the fans are more important. Because if you disappoint us, if you disappoint one fan when the movie comes out, you've disappointed everybody. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm a huge Marvel fan, but I do like and respect and have some love. I have a lot of love for DC characters. I have a lot of love for Batman, given Batman's history in media. Like Joe Schumacher, just Batman. Batfleck, even though his Batman wasn't as good as it, but in my opinion, Ben Affleck was pretty close to Michael Keaton's Batman, or he was close to being as good, much better than Michael Keaton. Still not as better as Michael Keaton or Adam West, but close enough. He was close enough to being better than those two. Kevin Conroy, he's the god. To be honest, in my opinion, it's Kevin Conroy. Tied in first place. It's always going to be. There's 4 winners in first place. It's a 4-way tie for first Batman actors who have taken up the mantle, and that is Adam West, Michael Keaton, Kevin Conroy, Kevin Porter. I love Kevin Porter as Batman, but he is, in my opinion, up there with the other Batman actors. Christian Bale is more number 2, but there's a good reason why he's number 2. It's because of the voice. And that's pretty much about it. Like, yeah, he had a good run, but in my opinion, those are the best ones. But put in the work. Put in 150% of the Batman workout work you can possibly do. No fan wants you to be as buff as frickin' Hugh Jackman was in in Logan. Nobody wants you to be as jacked as freaking Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. But they put in the work. They put in 150% of the work. They put in what they put out. They literally put in what they put out. They put out, then they put in. It's a 50-50 thing. You put in, you put out. You put back in, you put back out. Get off your lazy, rich, spoiled ass and put in the frickin' work. You barely made a dent. Even though you barely made a dent in the filming process, like, I believe Grace Randolph said that they recently just started filming for the Batman. Like, they did, like, a third of the filming process before the whole quarantine lockdown situation was, or before the lockdown quarantine situation happened. So, pretty much what Grace Randolph is saying is they basically barely made a dent in the filming process. They freaking literally barely made a dent in filming. In the freaking filming process. And yet, you're too busy sitting on your ass eating fucking bonbons, Cheetos, Doritos, God knows what else, to pick up a freaking weight, do the workout, but you have enough time to do the to eat the meals that is required, but you don't have the time and the capability to pick up a weight, do the workout during this whole time. What freaking sense does that make? Can anybody tell me what kind of sense that makes? Because, one, I have nothing. I have no credibility whatsoever. I mean, granted, I am not a big A-list movie star, but at least I understand that the fans come first. I understand the fans are way more important than sitting on your ass, eating bonbons, doing absolutely nothing. But yet, you have time to eat the food requirements or the diet, the diet regimen, and watch and study every Batman actor's performance. Study their Bruce Waynes. You have the time to study their Bruce Waynes, their Batmans. Can somebody please tell me what kind of sense that makes? Can somebody in the comments please tell me if that's logical in today's in today's society, into today's world? Like, I know I'm probably wasting my breath, but come on, it's not that hard to put in the work. If you have a role that was literally given to you because one person was way too stressed out, way too overworked, and you pretty much shitted on the opportunity that was literally given to you in secret on some super freaking top secret level. I'm just hoping that this movie does not crumble. If this movie does do well, I'm gonna have to make an apology video saying, yeah, okay, I'm sorry, Robert Pattinson. You gave us a good Batman. But if the movie underperforms, I'm not making an apology video. I'm just gonna rant even more. I'm gonna make another rant saying Robert Pattinson's Batman sucks ass because he didn't put in the 100 to 200, if not 350% of the workout. He didn't honor the fans. He didn't dedicate it to the fans. I'm sorry, but that's what I feel that went down. That's how I feel about Robert Pattinson, about this whole Robert Pattinson thing, dilemma, debacle, or whatever you want to call it. But come on, just come on. It's not that hard. If you have time to study old Batman movies, Batman characters, Bruce Wayne, if you have time to dive into the psyche of Bruce Wayne, the psychology, the mythology of Batman, aka Bruce Wayne, while eating bonbons, Doritos, Cheetos, whatever, you have time to pick up a freaking weight and do the workout. Doesn't have to be all the time. Maybe do some workouts. Maybe in your time of when you get done working out, do some yoga, do some meditation. God knows what else. But it's not that hard. Yeah, I understand that working out can be tiring and painful and all this other crap, but you were literally given a silver spoon on a silver fucking platter. But oh, it's true. It's too much to pick up some weights, do the workout, honor the fans, do the workout regimen while studying the every Batman / Bruce Wayne actor who